Bobdale Gloves Go Edmonton on Shaw TV is brought to you by Bobdale Gloves. www.bobdalegloves.com.
Today on Go, a Scottish celebration. Also on the show, Edmonton's obsession with food trucks, concussion therapy, getting fit, Tegan Williams, and Big Summer. Bobdale Gloves Go Edmonton. Today we are with the Edmonton Scottish Society for a fun day of Scottish heritage. We have pipers, we have dancers, we have Knights of the Round Table. I think it's the Round Table. It's going to be a fantastic show, and it's all in celebration of this Sunday's big event. So stick around. But coming up first, Edmonton's obsession with food trucks. Order number 2.
Order number 2 is ready.
It's not the most traditional way to grab lunch, but for Sarah Ireland, that's what makes it special.
Paddy Wagon offers unique, gourmet hamburgers and poutines. Everything is handmade, patties, all the toppings. Everybody has the opportunity to enjoy something from us. From the Oink and Boink to the Bollywood Bite, we got everything.
The Paddy Wagon is among the many new food trucks that hit the city streets this summer, providing Edmontonians with an alternative to eating out.
We wanted to move around the city. We wanted to see different parts. We wanted to expose ourselves to everybody, not just in the city of Edmonton, but we're going all around.
There are now more than 20 food trucks in the city, and there's even an app by Street Food Edmonton to help you locate a truck and find out when it's open.
It's my first food truck experience, and it's delicious.
It's cool. It's nice to see that Edmonton is starting to pick up this trend. It's been kind of big in other cities.
You can pick and choose where you want to go. They have so much variety in these trucks, and it's a lot of fun.
You have the dirty sock and your fries with this.
With business booming her first week out, Ireland says she wishes she jumped on the food truck wagon a long time ago.
It's fun. I love it. We get to roll around town and get to see new people every day. This is awesome.
Charolta Saskew, Go Edmonton.
Thanks for that, Charolta. And you've seen me eat it on the show before, but my favorite food truck dish has to be the bully mac and cheese. Well, we are now joined by Valita Roach with the Edmonton Scottish Society. And before we talk to Valita, we have to introduce our lovely ladies back here from the McKinnon School of Dance, doing a fantastic job. They're going to be our background entertainment for this interview. But Valita, the big festival is happening this Sunday. What's it all about?
Well, it's a gathering of all kinds of very Scottish events, from heavy events and Highland dancing, piping and drumming and mass bands, lots of Scottish food, even sheepdog races, and of course...
Sheepdog races?
Yes. Well, demonstrations.
Okay.
And then the Knights of the Northern Realm are here, and they're going to be doing some reenacting. So lots of exciting things.
Wow.
So do come out and watch. Great things for the family.
This is a jam-packed event, and I had to ask, do you have to be Scottish or of Scottish descent to come out and enjoy this with the family?
Absolutely not. It's
Okay.
fun for the whole family.
Wonderful, wonderful. And whenever I think Scottish heritage, I always think Scottish dancers. Fantastic job. Take a bow, ladies. Good job. And as you can see, or as you will see later in the show, we have so many people who have come out just to pre-promote this event because you want it to be such a large success.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody will be in their kilts that's performing.
Yeah.
So all the dancers, all of the pipers and drummers, and then it gives you an opportunity if you want to be a little Scottish that day. You can wear your own kilt and come on out and join in the fun.
Wonderful. And what do people wear under the kilts? It's usually men. Do women wear kilts as well?
I'll never tell.
Okay. And if I decide to wear my kilt, underwear, what's the I don't know, another pair of booty shorts under there?
Whatever you'd like. It's just fine.
Just no high kicks then.
Probably not.
Valita, what is the website for the society for more information?
EdmontonScottishSociety.com.
Excellent. Thanks so much. We're going to take a quick break on Go. More fun to come. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, we are having fun at the Edmonton Scottish Society. The lovely dancers from the McKinnon School of Dance doing their thing, and I'm trying to become the newest member to the group. How am I doing? What do you think?
I don't know.
She doesn't know. Okay, so I'm going to stop making a fool of myself. More Scottish fun to come. But coming up next, Tim Dancy is taking a look at a new rehab treatment for athletes suffering from concussions. Here's Tim Dancy.
Faster there, Reese, faster.
6, 8, 7, 6, 1,
Our
6.
eyes lead our hands. And so if our eyes aren't working properly, it's really hard for us to make proper decisions with our hands.
No greens?
No green.
Say the numbers?
Yeah, just say the numbers.
It's called the Dynavision 2, an electronic board similar to an arcade game used in eye-hand coordination development. Sports teams and brain rehab patients benefit from it.
Oh, missed the last one. It's been used in stroke rehabilitation, but it's really starting to grab on from a concussion rehabilitation standpoint. As you can see and hear behind me, the athletes hitting those lights as quickly as they can. So we're trying to train our reaction time. And there's a little screen on the board that will flash numbers or even math equations, words. We can even put text up on the screen. So while we're doing these lights, we can be able to multitask and call out the numbers or the words that are happening all at the same time. So it's challenging that individual, whether it be an athlete or someone that's recovering from a stroke, to really just improve all these separate abilities while doing all these different activities at the same time.
Recreational athlete Reese Riopel has worked toward concussion recovery.
For me, it was for post-concussion syndrome recovery. And yeah, my reaction time when I started was very slow, very poor. And through working with Nick and the Dynavision machine, everything's sped up, cognitive thinking, multitasking, eye-hand coordination, everything's going up.
He's taking the information when he sees the lights and on what he's able to do. We're processing, sometimes we'll have lights or the numbers will be flashing on the screen, and that will really affect what our athletes doing, increase the challenge of the board.
Random light sequences. At first, Reese could hit 61 a minute, now up to 116. Hey, I'll try that.
I'm not in Reese's league, though.
So that's where Reese started. It was probably worse than this when he first came. So.
And I haven't had a stroke or a concussion. You'd never know.
Lots of use in hospitals in both Canada and the United States and around the world. They're incorporating the D2 as part of their stroke recovery program.
The D2 originated by former Eskimo player Phil Jones and Oilers staffer Karen Muncy. I'm Tim Dancy.
Thanks very much for that, Tim. Okay, here we have Sir Troy the Noble fighting Master Devon in the green pants, and they are fighting over Lady Donna. They are reenacting a Scottish raid of England and doing quite a great job. One of the other things you can see at the festival this Sunday. Now they're going to continue to fight over the lady in distress over here. But coming up next, Brad Walker is finally getting fit, and he's doing it in his own backyard.
Well, remember this date, June 2013, the day Brad Walker starts to get back in the ninja fighting weight. That's right, Kelly Hodson, United Cycle's going to help me. Now, Kelly, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't like to ride the bike. I don't like to run. But what you brought today is kind of cool. It intrigued me. It's like workout anywhere outside. Is that what it is?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it eliminated every excuse possibly to think of about why I can't work out. Because it's you could walk away with $5 worth of cones and have a workout right there.
Let's take a look at some of that you set up. We've got cones. We've got like a ladder laid down. We've got little mini hurdles. So different stuff set up different ways, and it would give you variety.
Absolutely. You can make so many different workouts off the equipment that's seen here, and just set them up differently gives you different workouts.
Are you ready? Are you steady? Let's go.
3, 2.
I think the NFL Combine's looking for you, Brad.
Here you go, Kelly! All right, here he comes down through the ladder. He's looking good. It's up to the deadly rings. Oh, show off.
Here's what one looks like. You may do some shuffles through here, do a couple single leg overs, and then some chop steps here. So Brad, you ready to go?
In about a minute or so.
Whoa!
Well, Kelly is a bit of a slave driver. He even made me skip. But hey, maybe if I stick to it, it'll all pay off.
Forget it. Well, I really kind of like this. You don't have to go to the gym with all those guys that are in good shape. Come to the park, do it in your backyard. Just use these different components and have a great workout, okay? Brad Walker for Go Edmonton.
No, Brad, don't do it, don't do it!
He's tough.
Thanks for that, Brad. All right, Sir Troy the Humble, show us your Warhammer. And then Master Devon has a crow's beak. These are the new tools. The swords have been sheathed. I think that's the right word, right? Sheathed. All right, and they are still fighting over Lady Donna, so go ahead, guys. And while you guys have at it, I'm going to talk to Lady Donna here. Now, I'm sure one of these guys has your heart, or at least more so than the other. Who are you favoring in this fight?
Well, I tend to like my men a little more humble, but then again, I kind of like taller men too, so it's hard to say. We'll see who wins.
So I was going to say, you have one guy with long hair, a silver fox, and then the younger, the shorter dude. Does that play into effect at all?
Long hair.
Long hair. You like them long. Long hair, shorter legs. The green pants aren't doing it for you. Those are some flashy, very stylish green pants.
They are actually something called chausses. They are not pants. They are more like hose.
All right. Well, it looks like the fight has been won. Sir Troy the Humble is the winner. There you go. Go embrace your man or whatever. Give him a high five, something I would do. We're going to take a quick break on Go. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Wonderful. That was Clan McNaughton Pipes and Drums. Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, we are still hanging out with the Edmonton Scottish Society. Again, the big festival this Sunday happening here on location. And Stuart Russell, come on over. Now, that is a very famous Scottish piping song. What were we listening to?
Scotland the Brave.
How long have you been a master of the pipes?
Well, I played as a teenager and was out of it, and I got back into it again about 25 years ago.
Well, let's show off a little more of that skill. We'll get the McNaughton group to play us into the next story. Coming up next, though, we are headed to the motocross track with Jordan Greenlee to meet Tegan Williams.
Tegan Williams is just 17 years of age, but is already living out his dream of being a pro motocross rider that started 10 years ago.
When I first started racing motocross, I saw it on TV. I was like, I want to do this, and my dad allowed me to. We went trail riding for a couple of years, and then I went to my first race in Rocky Mountain House at 7 years old.
This weekend, Tegan will be competing in his 4th race on the pro circuit as part of the Monster Energy Motocross National Series, and he's quickly adapting to life as a pro.
Yeah, definitely. It's very difficult. The start is probably the hardest part when there's 40 guys going into the first corner altogether, so it's pretty tight. Off the start, you're gonna try and get the best start possible, and then from there, you're just gonna sprint as long as you can, and then once you get a little lead or a gap from the person in front of you or behind you, you just keep a steady pace for the rest of the moto. From the amateur ranks, I was in the top of the pack, right? Podium positions, and now moving up to the pro, it's a lot harder. You're faced with like racing 20-year-olds and above. Yeah, my first 3 rounds have been really good. I've been qualifying in the 20th range. Calgary, I didn't do too well. I crashed and hurt myself pretty bad in the qualifying. Yeah, qualifying's pretty hard. You gotta put in your fastest lap time in 20 minutes.
The Monster Energy Motocross Nationals will be at Castro Raceway on both Saturday and Sunday this weekend, with Tegan having his qualifying and race on Sunday. For more information, go to castroraceway.com. Jordan Greenlee, Go Edmonton.
Thanks so much for that, Jordan. All right, we have our pipers taking a quick break behind us. Again, that is a lot of work on the lungs to do all that piping. And we are now joined by Scott McMorran. He is the chieftain of the gathering this weekend. And what exactly is your role as the chieftain?
I'm a person of distinction in the community, and I open and close the ceremony.
Okay, so you have a big booming voice on stage and you get people excited about being here. Now, this is something that you've come to in the past?
Yes, I've attended many times, but this is my first time as the chieftain.
Well, very exciting. Congratulations on that. Now, tell our viewers at home why this is a gathering that they should come out regardless of whether they have Scottish descent in their family or not, just something to experience with the family.
There's a wide variety of entertainment here, lots of talent. You've got some of the best pipers, some of the best dancers, heavy events, dog trials. It's a true Scottish experience, and you can't beat it. It's just like being in Scotland, and we celebrate these things all over the world.
Well, there we go. Scott, thanks so much for speaking with us, and stay tuned. That heavy event lifting, that's coming up after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Aaron and Dronwick about to demonstrate the caber toss. If you're just tuning in now, we're hanging out with the Edmonton Scottish Society, their big gathering this weekend, and here Aaron goes. Come on, Aaron! Oh, so close. That is the third time that we made him try that, and I'm here with Sean Langford. He is our spokesperson for the heavy event competitions. Now, you're a big guy. How long have you been doing this?
I've actually been doing this 15 years now.
Wow, incredible. Yep. And how difficult is the caber toss, which we just saw Aaron try to do here?
The caber toss is the signature event, and it's probably the most difficult of the events when it gets right down to it. It's the most combination of speed, skill, strength, the whole bit. So.
Wonderful. And how did you get into this in the first place? Because when I think Scottish heritage, Scottish traditions, I don't necessarily think throwing a giant pole into the air. However, I'm learning new things every day.
Well, this has been a long time portion of the Highland Games, and it was started back in the 1100s actually, with King Malcolm of Canmore. So how I got into it is I was actually dating a Highland dancer at the time, and there's just so many flings you can watch in a lifetime. Yeah. I was over quota, and I went for a walk and found the guys throwing and joined up and never looked back.
And you fell in love. Unfortunately, the relationship with the girl doesn't sound like it lasted.
No, actually, I married.
Oh well, hey, you said dating at the time, so I guess yes. Now you're. That doesn't necessarily mean not dating anymore. You're just married. Wonderful. Well, let's get you into position over here to do the caber toss again. Sure. And Megan, who has, what is it called, Megan? The hammer? The Scottish hammer. Megan in the corner, one of our female heavy event competitors, is going to demonstrate the Scottish hammer. Woo! Good throw, Megan. All right, and right before we head to our last story, we have Sean Langford, who we were just speaking to, doing the caber toss, something that he's been practicing for 15 years. And a big apology to Sean's wife for saying that earlier. All right, Sean, whenever you're ready. Woo! And completed. Wonderful. Absolutely great. A big thank you to all of our heavy event competitors. Now, before we go, we are headed to Fort St. John for an all-new big summer.
Nestled at the bottom of the Peace Hills along the Alaska Highway is a unique event built for the whole family.
We are not at the beach, though it may look like it. We are actually in Taylor, BC, where the only sand sculpting event in northern BC is being held this summer. Today I'm here with Jocelyn Iser, the event manager for Sand Sensation BC. Jocelyn, can you tell me a little bit about what this year's event is about?
So this is the second annual Sand Sensations being held in Taylor, BC, and we invite, this year we're inviting 6 professional and international sculptors from around the world to come to our community and show some of their artistic abilities and share some of their tips and tricks in sand sculpting to some of the art advocates in our community and within the Peace region.
Sand Sensations BC is fairly new and is already reaching new heights.
This year, we're incorporating a family challenge. We have spots available for 15 families to come and compete on July 27th and work alongside the professional carvers to find some ways to make great art in the sand.
It's only the second year for this event, but the bar has already been set pretty high.
Well, last year the carvers totally blew away our expectations. The sand and the sculptures that they created were absolutely amazing. It really brought a different level of artistic creation to the Peace region.
The first ever theme for Sand Stations BC was based on an exhibition that has put Taylor on the map.
Last year our theme was Panning for Gold, and we aligned it with the 40th anniversary of the International Cold Panning Competition that happens in the community of Taylor. The one that we picked for this year was called A Walk in the Wild Side. The only stipulation that we've given the artists was they have to have an animal or a person in their artistic creation, and we're going to see a lot of interesting, mostly wildlife and all Peace region affiliated.
Though the backdrop for most sand sculptures is usually an ocean or waterfront, in the north, we like to do things a little different.
It's on the banks of a river, but no tide comes in, so last year the sand actually stayed up for 8 months.
So from July 27th to August 2nd, take a walk on the wild side here at Peace Island Park for the only sand sculpting exhibition in all of northern British Columbia. From Taylor, BC, I'm Kyla Corpus for Big Summer.
Ready, Slecht.
Thank you so much for that. This is Jack Coburn doing the address to the Haggis. Again, they're going to have a lot of haggis here this weekend. Meat pies, we have the Scottish eggs, lots of food. Again, it's this Sunday down here at the Edmonton Scottish Society. Do come check it out. I've been your host, Dana Giesbrecht. We'll see you next time.
You'll tack the hindmost on the drive till other wheel swap kites be like a bit like drums.